Mr. Montana Fontana. I don't care what your name is, you cock-blocking little bitch. You're playing your games, running your mouth, talking your shit. You're in my hood. This is my neighborhood. Hellbilly Doc Rivers. You're gonna run your mouth trying to take all my little girls, trying to get play off of my game. The tattoos, black and red, my colors. Son, you're sporting a hellbilly. Doc Rivers. Born and bred, badass, nasty Southern boy. I'm gonna take you from pillar to post, from ring rope to ring rope, snapping you in half, working on the bones, making you moan, feeling the pain. Hellbilly Doc Rivers is bringing it, so you better be ready. Because let me tell you something, when you step in this squared circle, you're in my house.
Here is Doc Rivers.
Now we're on to our second match here, Ron.
Look who it is.
We have Doc Rivers coming out with Carrot's Eye.
Doc Rivers and Carrot's Eye. Listen, her name should be Rivers because she's always wet and flowing. You see what's inside her panties.
I agree with you.
That's a river.
I think she's the best thing that this guy has got going for him.
If she hugs him tight enough, you'll see two bumps come out of his shoulder blades.
What the hell's going on with his shirt?
Look at that. That's nice. What an Asian.
Damn right, he should help her up the steps.
I'd rather see her wrestle somebody. Okay, let's see.
Come on,
watch her very delicately and get into the ring without flashing too much skin. I see Bush. I see. Oh no.
Oh wow.
Thought I did.
This girl's absolutely stunning. You know what? It's great.
How is he as a fighter?
I believe he's pretty good. You know, as far as Mr. Montana, I don't think he's gonna win, but he's pretty good. As I said,
Look,
the best thing this guy's got going on for him is Carrot's Eye.
Do you know what he used to do for a living? I found out. I checked his bio. Doc Rivers used to be a pizza delivery man.
For
Swear to God, he switched to wrestling. And you remember,
So right from the pizza
I got
delivery
this
to
great
wrestling,
pizza joke. How is a pizza man a lot like a gynecologist?
How's that?
I'll tell you in 1 second.
Here we go. Mr. Montana coming to the
I'll
ring.
get back to that joke in a minute.
You know, this guy's pretty interesting. He was actually trained by The Rock's father.
Now, Mr. Montana, is he related to Scarface, Al Pacino, Tony Montana?
I doubt it, Ron.
You sure there's no relation?
I don't think so. He doesn't.
Okay.
He can't hang with Pacino. Look at him.
Oh, really?
He might be good, but he's not that good.
Really? Well, that music is a lot better.
About to get ready to get started here.
They both look ready to fight. Nice attitudes.
And here we go. The bell has sounded.
So there he is, the old former pizza man.
Look at
Oh, yeah.
Doc Rivers.
Well,
camera.
he's
look,
talking.
So stupid fool. Black shirt, black and red. Who the fuck you think he wants to be? Hey,
All right, Doc.
What? Do your job.
Who's favorite to win on this one?
Do your
Is
job.
there like any odds-on favorite?
I would take Mr. Montana.
Really?
Absolutely.
I mean, again, you can't judge by how they look. You know, that's the funniest thing. So look.
Not at all.
So how is a pizza man like a gynecologist?
Go ahead, Ron.
Both close enough to smell the box, but not allowed to eat it. Now, I'm not sure what the other guy did for. I don't know what Montana did for a living.
There's no way Doc Rivers is sniffing any part of Carrot's Eye. That's all I know. Look at this guy. Look at this guy.
They look pretty formidable, you know.
And we're still waiting to get this match started. It seems like Mr. Rivers has some other things on his agenda, and here we go.
Yeah, now they're starting. Now that looks like a dance to me. That looks like the polka. They do that in Czechoslovakia.
Really?
Yes.
All right, here we go. Doc Rivers.
And now that's called a headlock, am I right?
That's just a basic headlock, Ron.
I thought so.
To the ropes.
That's called a headlock with dancing. Okay. That's clothesline,
Now,
right?
Doc Rivers with a clothesline.
See, I'm learning.
To the rope, step over. Mr. Montana
Nice. That's a
Mr.
flip?
Montana counters with the hip
What-
toss.
That's called a head toss?
Hip toss, Ron.
That's called a hip toss. That's called a hip toss? Last time I was with
There's-
Angela Stone, I called that a hip toss. It's nice. And was it a head throw?
That was he just threw him right over the top. Right over the top rope.
Nice. Yeah. We have
And
a
the ref-
thing now. We have a thing in our business called the reverse cowgirl. Do they do that in the wrestling?
I'm sure there's something that we could refer that to.
In Ultimate Fighting, they always have the guy's balls near the other guy's face. I how can they do that? Can they just? You ever see Ultimate Fighters? Seriously, the guy's.
I don't know,
The
Ron.
guy's cock and balls are inches from the guy's nose. It's wrong.
Ever since your roundhouse kick to Chuck Liddell here, Ron, you sound mighty confident, don't you?
If you go to YouTube, watch Chuck Liddell Ron Jeremy, you'll see it's a little fight scene there. But this calls is non-rated pro wrestling.
For anybody that wants to see Ron Jeremy roundhouse kick Chuck Liddell,
YouTube.
please go to YouTube and
put in Ron Jeremy.
and put
Chuck
in Ron
Liddell,
Jeremy.
Yeah. And notice Liddell. Now what's that called?
Sorry, Ron, I actually missed that.
This is good. You get this. You only get the,
2 count.
these guys at non-rated non-rated pro wrestling.
Not rated pro wrestling, Ron.
These guys are just as good as the guys you see in all the wrestling matches. I see the same moves I see in all
Oh,
the
of
other
course.
stuff.
Of course.
So why aren't they rated?
Well, the good thing about not rated professional wrestling is where else can you go to find porn stars and professional wrestlers in the same ring?
That makes sense. I buy it.
Can't do that anywhere.
That's true. Now, looks like he's really hurting the guy there.
Well, now he's
That,
pretty
oh, yeah,
much
that's like that.
this.
That's it in Ultimate Fighting. He put the hands and he scissor the hands.
Well, this
so
is
he's totally locked. He can't get out.
This isn't actually a choke. He's actually cutting off the circulation of blood to his head, Ron.
Yeah. You see the tattoos on his arm?
Yeah.
I have a tattoo on my penis of a bigger penis.
I see.
Oh, you can see it from there? Oh, but
Ron, put it back in your pants.
Look,
I'm not interested.
I'm standing over here and my dick's parked in the car.
Not interested, Ron.
Wait, here we go.
Put that shit away.
Now, what's that called when they're... What's that?
Flying knee. Irish whip to the ropes. He came back.
Irish flying knee?
No, it
Is
was
that
an Irish whip to the ropes, Ron.
It's
And
called
then
an
he came back.
Irish... Why
And
is it
then he
called-
came back with a flying knee.
Why is it called Irish?
It's just what it's called.
You know what an Irish 7-course meal is?
What's that?
A potato and a 6-pack. You know what 2 gay Irishmen, what their names are?
What's that?
John Fitzpatrick and Patrick Fitzjohn. Oh, come on, folks.
For all the Irish people in the audience,
I apologize.
you can meet Ron Jeremy here out at the front of the building in approximately an hour.
You know what you call 2 gay lesbian Irish women?
What's that?
Gay lick. Kiss my Blarney Stone, you bastard.
Well, getting back to the match here, it looks
Hey,
like.
you know you can tell an Irish wedding from an Irish funeral.
What's that?
At the
How's
funeral,
that?
there's one less drinker. Now that's called the shocker. He's doing his hands there.
I see. Getting back to the match, Doc Rivers is manhandling Mr. Montana at this point. I actually probably should have given.
He wants to get this over with.
I should have given him a little bit more credit. He's definitely a little bit more impressive than I thought.
He wants to get this over with so he can go back with Karatai. And
He's not touching
have some
Karatai.
nookie in the locker room.
He's not touching Karatai. Come on, look at
He
him.
wants to get this thing over with so he can go back and have sex with her.
I want to get this thing over with so I can go talk to Karatai. Fuck Doc Rivers.
Really? I met her. She's actually real nice.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's always good to know somebody like Ron Jeremy, guys.
Yeah. I love Asian girls. They always have cute feet and nice nipples. I'm telling you, you'll always notice that.
I'll have to pay attention to that.
You should. Now, it's nice.
So, Doc Rivers now with the count.
Plus, they also think that the turtle brings you good luck. And I have a pet tortoise.
A turtle?
So the Asians believe tortoises bring you longevity.
I see.
And I have a tortoise, so you know. Now, what does that symbol mean? He's giving him like 3 fingers.
He's basically complaining to the ref, saying that the count wasn't fast enough.
Those kicks have got to hurt.
DDT.
What's that called?
That was a DDT, Ron. Mr. Montana has got to be out.
What does it stand for?
I have no clue. It's
What
just
does
called
DDT
a
stand
it's
for?
just a call. It's just a DDT, Ron. Oh, look at that.
There we go.
Doc Rivers just absolutely mauled Mr. Montana. It wasn't even.
never got back. He never
It wasn't even. It wasn't even
How
close.
come most of those wrestling I watch on TV, one guy's always winning, then the other guy always starts to take over?
Well,
Like, he
not-
wins in the beginning, he wins in the end.
Well,
Here, it's consistent.
Well, not in this match. It was just total domination by Doc Rivers.
It really
Mr.
was.
Montana had nothing for him.
He's still not moving. You know, I think Karatai should give him mouth-to-mouth resuscitation or mouth-to-penis resuscitation. Watch how fast he gets up. And I mean, gets up.
Little bitch.
I don't like this guy's attitude.
That was entertaining. That was enjoyable.
It was entertaining. It was a very good match.
Look at that.
Because it takes a real stud to know a real stud. Frankly, I don't know who you are. All right, that being said, Let me tell you, you're not the only one to have sex with my girlfriend. It's not a big deal. But what probably would be a big deal if I were to do something to you. But no one wants to hang out with you. You don't have a girlfriend. And the only people that you can hire to hang out with you are undead vampires. Nice. But since I can't get you, might as well chop down your foundation. So I made my own video, which is edited a lot better than yours. The lighting's so much better. I got to be the king of, what's it called? Real media? Reality porn. Self-proclaimed title. Here we go!